Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. There comes the final testament, absolutely impeccable in itself, a guide for the devout of God. Quran is not an ordinary work of an ordinary mortal, but a singular, supreme and majestic work of a singular, supreme and majestic author. God, called in English and Allah in Arabic, the creator and the Lord of the multi-world. Quran itself categorically declares that it is for all times to come, for all parts of the world and for all future human generations. In the coming series, we will see what the wondrous verses of the Quran mean for the present and future world. Quran is a comprehensive work with the unique and unparalleled prescription for a holistic system. It includes the articles of faith, law, history and morality with the twin aims of success in this life and the hereafter. When it comes to law, it points towards the laws of nature that govern the universe and its various constituents, both physical as well as biological, and lays down the principles of the holistic constitution for mankind. Quran points to the functioning of the universe, every component of which, even if unconsciously due to its inherent nature, instead of free will, precisely follows the laws of nature created and enforced by God. Then we will see Quranic thoughts about how humans are different from the rest of the universe. It tells humans endowed with free will to consciously commit themselves to Him, individually and collectively, for ensuring peace and harmony in the world. The Quran has another unique quality. It beautifully captures the changing mood, the reactions and the repercussions which marked the evolving stages of Islamic revolution in the lifetime of the final ambassador sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Quran being the final testament from God, man, the final product of the creation, has no other option but to wholly commit to it if he wants to acknowledge his Lord and ensure a better life for himself, individually and collectively, in the world and the hereafter. The video series is a humble endeavor to understand the wondrous messages and the system propounded by Quran. It classifies the verses in an entirely unique way, which will give an idea to the reader about the comprehensiveness of the testament of God. It will help in convincing him that this is the final testament from God, not to be merely understood, comprehended and researched, but also to be followed in letter and spirit in every walk of life, and to be applied to every system governing the human life as individuals, families, society, nations and world as a whole. Let us understand a little about the current world. The current international system, which many proudly call New World Order, appears to be highly advanced in method, but is a colossal failure in the results. At the individual level, notwithstanding huge advancement of the healthcare system, physical, mental and spiritual illnesses are ever on the rise. At the family level, the disintegration of family is fast becoming the norm rather than an exception. At the social level, the ever-rising crime rate, social and economic exploitation, commercialization of all forms of dangerous substances and practices, including sexual deviations, addictions and crimes, and various kinds of extremist movements working in the interest of certain forces have almost completely destroyed the peace of life. It is in the background of this asphyxiating disruption of harmony that Quran needs to be understood and applied in all spheres of life. The followers of Quran have to unite to strive for the ultimate purpose of the unity of the whole mankind, founded on the principles of universal peace and brotherhood, through total commitment to God. To understand the meaning, applications and implications of Quranic verses, we need at least 4 sources: prophetic explanations and history, being the original recipient of the word of God, the sayings of the ambassador, that is Ahadith, are of course the most important source of the understanding of Quran. References to previous scriptures. There are many places where the biblical including Old and New Testament, sources can help in understanding the stories of various prophets and ambassadors, alayhi salam. Scientific resources, as Quran recurrently presents the components of the universe as his wonders, a study of material, that is physics, chemistry, geology, etc., biological and health sciences, makes it highly absorbing and convincing. We have to understand that sciences are primarily the studies of the laws of nature and the properties of the matter created by God. So it is our duty to explore the details of the components of nature described in Quran. These include laws governing the universe as a whole, the components of the universe surrounding the earth, and the components of the earth. This will strengthen our hearts as we will be in a better position to understand the wondrous creations of God. We also need to study the impact of obligatory, permissible, and prohibited activities on human life to fully realize the superiority of the Islamic system, ideological, social, as well as legal, over all the other systems. We need to develop Islamic models, paradigms in all the arena of collective human existence: economic, political, social, health, legal, infrastructure, etc. Further, it is to be emphasized that we have to study all the sciences, natural, biological, medical or social, in the light of Quran rather than studying Quran in the light of sciences. This is because the current scientific understanding of the universe in view of its vastness is extremely low. Quran, on the other hand, is the creation of the creator and ruler of the universe. In particular, the scientific studies relating to the Islamic practices, especially related to health and law and order, are of huge importance, as they can save the world from the disastrous consequences of the unhealthy and harmful practices which are becoming increasingly common due to their patronage by the forces of economics and politics. Other figures and scholars, members of the family of Prophet, companions of the Prophet, radiallahu anhu, and other jurists are also important, especially in the theological matters. In the coming series, we will touch the following subjects: